So chances are, if you're watching this, you've probably been living your whole entire life as a fake. Okay? Now, what is a fake? A fake is someone who is one person when they're alone in their room, and they're another person when they go out and talk to other people. And it's very surprising how people fall into the complete fallacy, the complete wronghood of predicating everything on their persona, their mask. And if you don't know what the word predicating means, welcome to 5th grade. But predicating means to put something onto another in terms of language. So if I say, Toby is John, right? I'm predicating Toby on John. So in this case, they predicate their moral values, they predicate their ideas onto other people, right? So it's like, well, because society does this, therefore I'm going to do this. And it's very surprising how people think this way throughout the whole entire lives. I work a lot with people I don't work with old people. I work with usually 16 to 24-year-olds. That's like my target age range for people that I work with. And a lot of them have this unconscious affinity with other people's ideas rather than their own, or even values that are of God or of a higher power. I don't like using the term higher power because it's kind of gay, but I'm talking about in their sense, right? It's always on to other human beings, or maybe even some guy on the internet, right? Like me. If you predicate all your values on me, you'll be right, but you shouldn't predicate your values on me. So, in any case, I think one really good example is some people I work with go to high school, and like the things they show me from there is just the most retarded things I've ever seen. So like the trend, like purple jeans. Hold on. I have to show you guys this because how else am I to fully explicate? But anyways, these whole jeans, and they're like $350, $700, etc. And these things look like the ugliest pieces of crap ever, or they're just the most basic jeans ever. But people will pay $400 for it. And why would they do that? It's because they go like, oh, well, everyone at my school, like, it's a trend. It's a trend, dude. Like, everyone's on TikTok wearing them. I like them. It's like, do you really like them? It's like, I guess. And then I show them a regular pair of jeans, like, oh, no, I don't want to wear those. It's like, bro, because of what other people say, you therefore do this. And it even applies to people that are doing things that are good. Like, forget the retards that are spending $500 on cheaply made jeans using Chinese child labor. Okay, forget those people. Don't care. Talk about the people that are actually, like, working out and trying to improve their lives or whatever. What do they talk about? Oh, man, I'm just locking in. I'm locking in, bro. I'm locking in, I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna come back and see me as a completely new person. That's completely about what other people think. It's gay, okay? And unless you want to be gay, then listen to this. If you first think about everything you do, okay? How many things do you hold back because of what you think other people are going to say? How many things do you do because other people say it? I don't even care if it's your friends, okay? How many things do you do solely because of that? Ask yourself. And then sit alone for a little bit, turn off the phone, no gooning, no coming on your wall, just sit down and think a little bit to yourself. And go like, you know what? Wow. I live my life as a total fake. And then start doing something creative, write, draw, so on and so forth. And start doing things that are actually of yourself, okay? Or of God. The way I see it is it should be God gives you values, and you purify yourself, the I, and then you work off the I after it's been purified by God. Because you and God aren't one and the same, so it doesn't really make sense for you to like live within God in that sense. It makes more sense to live as yourself connected to God, right? You have to differentiate yourself from God. I see a lot of people with these like spiritual ideas, and they like equate themselves with God. At least it seems that way. And don't do that. It's retarded. Not only is it retarded, it's also wrong. But in any case, just write down what you really believe. And what you write on that paper, what you draw on that canvas, start living that out. Just add it in. You know, maybe you realize these purple jeans are gay. Maybe you realize this Essentials hoodie looks retarded. Maybe you notice that Balenciagas look stupid. You know? Then, you know, start wearing things you actually want to wear. Start doing things you actually want to do. Forget about other people, and that's not be yourself, bro. Advice. That's just, hey, stop being advice. All right.